Ladies, gents, and NBs, welcome back to the Breaking Brad podcast, and a very Merry Christmas and a ho, ho, ho to you, especially you, the biggest ho. Thank you all for tuning in once again. Let's crack this open like a Christmas cracker, get into it. I am, of course, joined by my two co-hosts. That is Travis, and they are Richard, my beautiful co-hosts for the evening. Welcome back to the Breaking Brad podcast. And we wish you a very Merry Christmas. Let's get into it!
Everybody look at the snow in the yard.
Imagine there actually being snow on Christmas here.
A very Merry Christmas. Welcome to the Breaking Brad Pod Christmas edition. DJ Trav, spin that shit, bruv.
Tensions at the start, tensions. Tensions at the start, tensions.
Oh, do you know what? It's actually a vibe. I can't lie. What we've been up to this week, come on.
I've been ill and played Speedstorm because I found it. So I'm now in Richard's trap of Speedstorm. And
Easy.
apart from that, being ill.
Scared the crap out of me. That was like a jump scare from Richard.
Back into Richard.
It sounded like that. Do you know that fucking like big zoom, that thingy noise where it's like, oh.
That cat thing where it's like, oh,
Yeah.
oh.
It sounded like them. I've been playing Storm. Ah!
Listen, it's one of the few times that someone's actually enjoyed a game I've been playing.
So what have you been up to, mate?
I've been knee-deep in getting a support group set up.
Yeah, got on with that, actually. Tell us about that.
So, myself and my son have got a genetic mutation on the BMP2 gene, the bone morphogenetic protein. No, I don't know what it means, and neither do the doctors. There's been one piece of research done ever on it, and it was with 12 participants. So it's not very comprehensive. And myself and my son Parker have been invited to participate in the next set of research. And our doctor basically said, have you considered setting up a support group? Because we've got a couple of families and none of them seem to be able to find anything. So me and my partner have been knee-deep in starting to set up a support group. We've been in contact with a charity that sort of helps get them set up, and we've got a meeting with their CEO in January. So big things coming out of that one. We've also got an actual person that's reached out to us from a different country, which is insane already. So Jade is really excited, and we might actually get some answers, and I can start saying I'm a cripple with purpose. Not just like, I'm not sure what kind of cripple I am yet, but we'll get there.
Oh, we love that, mate. Wish you all the best, you and Parker. All the best. It's been quite, I know it's fucking running in theme, because haha, wanking, depressed, all that stuff. Okay, fine. So, this Christmas, my tangent.
I gave you my heart.
And the very next day, someone took my dog away. So, unfortunately, I received the news. For those that watch my old channel or my old videos, what have you, from a long time ago or whatever, you'll know that I had a little staffy called Poppy. And sadly, I got the news that she had to be put down. She was full of the C word. That's that. It's been, I've been a bit quiet and a bit morbid and a bit like not really wanting to speak to anyone because I don't know, it just, yeah, I don't know, it hit me a lot harder than I expected it to, even though I've moved away from Blackpool. She was obviously still in Blackpool with my mum's partner, my mum's ex-partner, sorry. So it is sad, and it's never nice losing someone or something. She was a good girl, and I'm going to miss her, but I got Rex, it's alright. And other than that, shopping, really. Christmas stuff, I've done it now, all wrapped, except for one thing. And I can show this, because this video is going out like after she received it. For those that don't know, my fiance Lauren is Jaffa Cake obsessed. What I tend to do is get her a massive fuck ton of Jaffa Cakes, more than she knows what to do with, and then I'm going to
Are they all orange ones, or are they different flavours?
So there's orange ones, there's cherry, there's raspberry, and then there's lemon, strawberry, and then you've got the Jaffa donuts, what they call donuts.
You know what donut sounds like, Bradley? Donut sounds a bit like do not, which means do not forget to follow our social medias at Breaking Brad Pod on the Facebook, on the Instagram, on the TikTok, and give us a 5-star review or subscribe on the YouTube, on the Spotify, wherever you listen to the podcast. A little gift that you can give yourself this Christmas is just binging our podcasts and following and putting that reminder button on so you just know every single time we're up there.
So with all that said and done, that's the tangents at the start. That's Breakdown Crimbo. Richard, Trav, Lego. To start with Christmas, as you say, Rich, I think we need to start at the beginning, when a little baby boy called I'm joking. So, of course, the magic of Christmas, when you're a little baby, a little kid, a little boy, girl, or non-binary folk. I, of course, as much as any kid, loved Christmas, loved the excitement, loved the intrigue, and then, of course, as you get older, obviously it just dissipates and you don't really care about it. But apparently it comes back when you become a parent and stuff, and you're like, you just look into your kids' eyes and shit, like, see their excitement, and something in you just like, oh, there's that wonder that I had as a kid. So I'm kind of excited for that, but at the same time, I look at Richard and I'm like, yeah, okay, that's bullshit. So tell me, tell me what parenthood is like at Christmas time.
Parenthood is magical and frustrating at Christmas time. It doesn't matter. Right. I have a new experience here, which is I felt like that sometimes as a kid at Christmas. Like, I didn't get what I wanted. Kids change their mind all the fucking time. You cannot plan for Christmas. Because if you start buying at the beginning of the year, right, so you've got enough money, by the time it gets to Christmas, the kids have completely changed. They don't want any of the shit you've bought. So you have to wait until, like, this last couple of months, and it gets very intense, trying to make sure that they've got things they enjoy. It's beautiful to watch them open it and to watch them get excited. The stress it takes to get there is not. This year, I don't have to cook Christmas dinner for the first time since I've moved out, to be honest. That's nice. We're going to have a partner's godfathers, and we're going to have Christmas dinner there. And we're going to spend time around family and just have good vibes.
Oh, that's nice. I'm spending it alone. That's right. Feel bad for me, happy people. Travis, what about you, mate?
For me, it was kind of a bit different because it's like, for the longest time I can remember, whilst at least my mum was alive, like my mum and dad were always separated, so it was always kind of, one year you'll have your Christmas meal at your dad's, one year you'll have like at your mum's, so it kind of alternated. I guess the benefit of that was kind of morning Christmas and a midday Christmas. So it was kind of like, open the presents on the morning at my mum's and my dad's, and then when I go to my mum's and my dad's in the afternoon, open my presents there. So yeah, kind of 2 lots of presents, whatever. It kind of just happens when you've got separated parents and stuff like that. My family have kind of been very strict about Christmas in a sense. Like, after I turned about 18, I stopped getting Christmas presents from my family because I'm too old. I mean, I like having presents, right? I like having presents. So I was a bit disheartened by that, but now Christmas in our family sphere is kind of like, now that I've got a few nieces and nephews, it's more for them. So it's kind of just a big deal for them. So I'm gonna go to my partner's for Christmas. It'll be mine and my partner's first actual sort of Christmas together. They're actually going to treat Christmas like it's something to be all happy about, whereas my dad will just turn on his Leeds United light up badge that he has above the fireplace and put a bit of tinsel on it and say that's his Christmas tree. So I'd rather have an actual Christmas tree than that. So I'm happy, I'm excited. I'm actually quite really buzzing for Christmas this year, because the last few years it's just kind of been like, oh well, I know I'm not going to get any gifts because I'm an adult now, so it's not for me.
Sure, I love money and I love having money, but I love spoiling other people. I think I'm quite good at Christmas. I think I'm really good at getting people presents. I don't get stuff like this big, like, oh, is this new hit thing, like, oh, a new Apple Watch or the newest latest game or, whatever. I get them quite personable gifts or like something that I know they'll like or want or enjoy. something that I can get some out of, not just like some material thing that'll, get replaced or whatever or forgotten about in however long.
Like, I get why you get buzzing when people open your gifts, but do you never get that like last minute worry of like you get these gifts and you're like, oh yeah, they're gonna be sick. Do you not get that little anxious feeling of like, what if like she opens it and she actually just thinks it's like the biggest dog turd she's ever seen? Because I get
No,
that with like every present that I
I don't.
give people.
I don't, because again, I'm really fucking good with Christmas. Maybe because I just think, well, I spent my money on it. You're not allowed to think that shit.
I also just want to say as well that this year especially has been very, very hard for people. So just in terms of gratitude as a whole, I'm very happy that I have people out there that even if they are struggling or have to work their arse off to, get me presents or whatever, they still can do even in like the middle of a cost of living crisis. That's a very, very good thing that this shit that we didn't ask for has been dumped on us, and people are still able to work around that to make the one kind of good day where everyone should be happy to actually work out. That ties on to a very good question about Christmas, about the best and the worst Christmas present you've ever received, because my story relates to an incident where the Christmas incident. No, a present that I got that actually made me like proper cry. The best Christmas gift I ever got was a PS3, right? At the time, like, I only had, I think it was like a PS2, and all my friends had a PS3 at school and stuff. So this was like during high school, and they were just like, "Oh, are you coming online? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? Have you got this game? Have you got that game?" And I was just like, always like, "No," because I don't have a PS3. And it ended up getting to a point where like everyone in my friend group but me had one, so I felt very isolated, and it would make me quite upset because like I'd only really have my friends to talk to in school, because out of school they were just online playing PlayStation, I guess. Yeah, one day, well, one I'm saying one day like it wasn't Christmas, but on Christmas one day, I don't know how old I'd have been, probably about 11, 12, 13. Like, I opened it and it was just there in my hands like this, and I was just like, I just started crying, and my sister was just like, "What's wrong? Is that the wrong one?" And I was like, "No, this is the exact one that I wanted." And I was just like proper like emotional, and I just like jumped up and gave her a hug and stuff, and it was just like, it was just really cute. But then to kind of contradict that a little bit, the worst Christmas present I got was also in the same year. And I don't know who the fuck bought it me. I don't know who the fuck bought it me, right? And again, understand people don't get much, but I'm sure they wouldn't have wanted this. Whoever bought me, right, a random, and I'm not talking like Lush or any of those fancy bathing products, whoever just bought me some cheap, crappy, like a blue, a blue robot bar of soap, go fuck yourself. What fucking kid wants that? That is dog shit. Thanks for telling me I stink. I've already got like 20 Lynx Africa fucking box sets. And now I've got this shit that I'm never gonna use. I'm pretty sure when you get the wrapping paper out when you, I don't know, your mum, your sister, your dad, your granddad, whoever you live with's like, right, I'm gonna have a brew first. I'm gonna get the bin liners. Then I'm gonna open the presents. Fucking all that shit, right? Like, I'm pretty sure when that bin liner came round, I just yeeted it in with the wrapping paper. So just any advice out there, right? If that was someone in my actual family, I am fucking well disappointed in you. That's all I'm saying. Fucking do better. That was fucking shit. But thanks for the PS3 though, sis. I appreciate it.
Worst present any fucking body wash and deodorant set on this planet. Right, there is maybe 2 months a year that I have to buy shower gel and deodorant because there are so many, right? And yeah, it is normally Lynx Africa. It stinks. It's great. It looks radioactive. Nobody wants one. This is everybody who has bought anyone a Lynx Africa set just don't buy them a present. They would be more appreciative for you not buying one than spending money on Lynx Africa.
I don't get the over on Lynx Africa. I don't think it's that bad.
I don't get it either. Loads of people say it's chavvy and that.
I think it's
right.
quite a nice scent.
I don't like it. It's a bit too chemically for me. It lingers and it like leaves a film on my skin. I don't like it. But yeah, like it's just the fact that it's the least amount of thought you can put into a gift. It's the thing that is on sale at Christmas because people know that it's easy. It comes in a box. It's easy to wrap. You don't need to think, you think, oh, I'll get them some of this. They'll definitely like it. And you just leave it. Like, I would rather anything. I would rather no gift than more Lynx Africa. And if you get that much of it, even if you like the smell, you're going to start hating it.
I'd say, though, as an adult now, like, I actually would rather people, if they can't think of all, and they're only going to get me one
It saves
thing.
me money. It saves me money
Yeah.
on getting like shower gels and shit like.
The most goated one out there, if you ever get one and you hear this podcast, right, if you can't think of a gift, you want to get me one, Nivea Men. Because they've got the shaving balm in there, the 3-in-1. Obviously, don't wash your hair with 3-in-1 because that's just not good for you, and it makes your hair look greasy as fuck. You look like an idiot. Seriously, right? Nivea Men sensitive skin rub shower gel. It's the shit, man. So as an adult, I can appreciate the body wash kits.
But yeah, no, again, as an adult, I appreciate it. Because again, it saves me money on going out and getting all this stuff.
My best ever Christmas present was a card. And it was a card that my partner got me from the kids. And it was the first card I ever had that said Opart on it. And it had a picture of the kids on it. And I've still got it. It's in my little memory box, which is a frog memory box. Big up memory boxes should be included for everything. I don't like crying in front of people, so I didn't. Went upstairs and did it, because that's important. You bury the emotion. Don't, if you feel like that, go to therapy. It's really nice to know that.
Getting that affirmation and
yeah, especially when not a lot of, I'm going to say, current family really bother, and there is only so many times you can correct and make the effort.
Yeah.
But yeah, without a doubt, best Christmas present.
Worst gift. Well, as a kid, it used to be like clothes and shit, socks and whatever. But again, like I say, nowadays I'd probably appreciate it. Best gift, it will either be the Xbox or, and yes, we're getting morbid with this one, sorry.
Not the dog, is it?
I heard that. So my mum kindly got me this. It's a photo of my recently departed granddad with a quote saying, "Although you cannot see me, I'm always with you." And yeah, for those that know me, know that my granddad was my hero, is my hero, and yeah, that's that. That's a nice little sentimental thing that my mum got me. That one probably beats it out because I got my Xbox like 2 months early because I'm assuming my mum just couldn't wait. And that was an actual Christmas present. But yeah, no, it's really sweet. It's really nice. And yes, I do have his ashes, some ashes. And then so does my mum, and so does my brother, so does my grandma. And he was spread out at where we used to live before my grandma moved. But yeah, so it probably is this beautiful little thing that my mum got me. So yeah, that's that. That's probably my best and worst present. I can't really think of one for my worst, really, other than, when you're a kid and you get clothes. But then again, like I say, nowadays I probably just appreciate it. Christmas dinner. What goes on your plate at Crimbo, my pals? Ricardo, take it away, mate.
Absolutely everything. For the first time in God knows how many years, I'm having turkey again this year. So excited. Turkey, obviously, I'm going to put like 16 slices of the teddy on there. I'm going to put both legs on there. And I'm going to eat it all to myself, and everyone else in the house is going to hate me. Sprouts. I like sprouts. I will eat sprouts any day of the year, right? And it infuriates me that the only time of year I get sprouts is at Christmas. Savvy will eat them with me, my partner won't. Can't stand them, and I don't get the hate.
Sourdough. They're
Right?
just nice. The texture's rank, the smell rank. And obviously the smell radiates off onto the taste, and like it's just like you eat it, you bite into it, it's just and then
If you
it's
don't
just
like sprouts,
rancid.
you've never had them cooked properly.
Oh,
You've had
I
them
mean, I
boiled
don't.
in a pan for an hour until they're mush, and then gone, this is what vegetables are.
No, I'm not one for sprouts. I've tried them. You know, I see it a lot with like nuts and like fucking bacon bits and shit. I see a lot with that. And then like cranberry sauce and whatever. That's another one I can't get into. But yeah, well, I don't mind it. Like if it's in like the festive bakes and shit, I can get past it. Pasta, festive bake. But yeah, that's that really. So you go for all the trimmings, really. Is there anything you leave off, or do you literally go for everything?
Absolutely everything. Everything is fair game. Everything is drenched in gravy and eaten
Oh
with
yeah,
a Yorkshire pudding.
oh yeah. Big fat greasy Yorkshire right in the middle, and then everything else around it.
I have everything. I'm a bit overboard, really. Like, I've just got a knack for filling up my plate. Like, Bradley's been to Toby Carver with me a few times, so he knows what my plate looks like when I have a roast. Yeah, same with Richard, really. I love everything. Like, I just love like the seasonal veg as well, like sprouts. Same as Richard. I eat sprouts like a lot at the minute. But like, and like Bradley said about festive bakes, like every time I go to work at the minute, there's a festive bake before I go in. Like when festive bakes are on at Greg's, I swear I have at least 5 a week on average. It's actually really bad. My Christmas dinner is basically just like turkey. Well, we don't. We I imagine maybe this Christmas we will have turkey, but at our house, because turkey, again, it depends how you cook it, but maybe the chef that's doing it here just does it so it's dry. We always end up going for chicken anyway because one of my sisters is quite particular on meat. Like, she only really likes chicken and a bit of beef. So we kind of have chicken and beef, maybe sometimes a bit of gammon. And then, you've got like your sprouts, a bit of broccoli, sometimes a bit of cabbage if you're feeling fancy, you never know. Carrots, parsnips. The goat for me on Christmas dinner, but roast dinners in general, to be honest, is the stuffing. Just absolutely that is the bomb. Top tier for me personally.
If it's made right, some people leave it to go drain.
Yeah, I get that, but I mean, you've got gravy to swallow it down. And speaking about gravy, right? Like, I don't just have gravy. I have
So
gravy. I have
brown.
mint sauce. I have gravy. I have mint sauce. And I know you should only really have it on lamb, but I like my mint sauce all over, whatever it is, because I do. Cranberry sauce, apple sauce, and if you're having cauliflower cheese on the side, because you might feel cheeky, there will be the cheese sauce from that as well. In like the most non-innuendo way, I am the most sauciest Sunday roast bugger you've ever met in your life.
I can
You know,
feel the shit the next day. The way all
that's
that would interact, I could feel like just being sat on the toilet the entirety of Boxing Day.
That's the best bit. The best bit is that because I've ate so much and it's all a mix of stuff, it's all bundled up into this hard compote. There
oh.
ain't a shit on Boxing Day. It ain't coming out.
Spends the rest of the year plugged up from Christmas till 2024.
Go on then,
Oh.
Bradley. What's on your plate?
So of course you got your prototypical, chicken or turkey or beef or lamb or pork, anything really, any meat. I'm usually quite a turkey or a pork kind of bitch. But we're having lamb this year, I believe, with beef, and of course the creme de la creme, nice golden crunchy roasties. Oh, they are that, and the piggies in their little cozy blankets are the two most things that I look forward to. Not the meat, not the gravy. Well, of course the gravy. Not the meat, not the gravy, not anything else. Always the piggies and the roasties. Every single time, every single year. I could eat throughout the whole year just roasties and pigs in blankets all day, every day. I mean, I pretty much do. Look at me. Just everything but the fixings like these guys accept. I'm not really one for like the jar sauce shit, mint sauce and the fucking cranberry sauce and apple sauce. Did I say jam sauce? Yeah, so I'm not one for like the cranberry sauce and the apple sauces and the mint sauces. No cauliflower cheese and all that shit and the cabbage.
No
The most
vegetables,
veg.
basically. No fruit
Well,
or
yeah,
veg.
the only veg I'm up for is carrots, I'll be honest. And the lettuce and shit, but obviously you don't have that shit on fucking Christmas dinner. You're weirdo.
All right,
Um,
professional chef over here, scared of his veggies.
like, pipe down, I can cook it, I can do it, I just can't eat it, alright. Gosh, I went for Yorkshire there, jeez.
You want bloody carrot, lad? You'll have a carrot now. Shut up.
Um,
But yes,
but yeah,
They'll make you see it dark if you eat all your carrots, lad.
make sure you ain't crust up bread, it'll make the air go curly.
of course you got your afters, I'm not one for Christmas pudding. I'm not one for starter either. I usually have like the melon ball of shit, like the prosciutto ham.
Not the melon
Oh
baller.
no, not that one.
The chocolate melon baller.
No, I have melon and like prosciutto ham as my starter, and then of course you go into Christmas dinner, or maybe sometimes like tomato sauce and shit and a bit of bread. And of course
Wait,
you
you
get
have melon and prosciutto ham together or
yeah,
separately?
it's quite nice. It's like the weird sweet and savoury kind of thing. It's nice. Yeah, and then of course for dessert, share little Swiss roll chocolate log thing or whatever. I like profiteroles or eclairs or whatever. I'm not one for the Christmas cake shit with all the fruit and all that bollocks. That's the worst thing in the world. Why have a cake and then fill it with fruit?
Yeah, but all I'm saying is, right, to retort that, and it's a vegetable that you have at Christmas, but it's banging in a cake, carrot cake. All I'm saying is, carrot cake is
Yeah, I
delicious.
don't mind carrot cake. I'm not had it in a while.
I didn't
Yeah,
know he was
no.
going to talk about desserts.
Yeah, go for it.
Fair.
Yeah, start with the desserts first. Go on.
I don't know. We don't really do starters. Like, I think one year we did it. We had soup. Like, I know some people have like tomato soup or something on
Hmm.
Christmas sometimes, but for desserts, really, it's kind of like maybe a bit of like a Black Forest gateau. Not really something I'm into. Sometimes my sister will make like a cheesecake, or we'll just buy one because cheesecake is buzzing. Love that. Or it'll be like Bradley said, like profiteroles, but I don't like whipped cream, so like I don't like profiteroles, so
The absolute goat of Christmas desserts is sticky toffee pudding drenched in custard. Nothing comes close. It feels Christmassy enough without it being in your face. Or like an apple crumble with cinnamon on top. That's about as Christmassy as you can get in flavour. Like whenever you see like Christmas scented stuff, it's always apple and cinnamon. So something about it just puts you in the right headspace. Starters, we always had just more Yorkshire puddings in gravy. That was the starter. And then you would move on to having the rest of them with your dinner.
right. I know there's a few people. I think this is more of a down south thing. Have you ever had bread sauce? Because I really don't get the concept of it, and I just don't. It
No.
just seems like it'd be bland as
No.
fuck.
What is it? Like, is it what it sounds like? It's like blend up bits of bread.
I think so. I don't know, but apparently, like, it's quite popular down south to have bread sauce with your Christmas dinner. I'm like, I've already got like mash, potatoes, Yorkshire puddings. Like, that's already 3 carbohydrates.
It literally is just as you said, Richard. So I googled it. A bread sauce is a British warm or cold sauce made with milk, which is thickened with breadcrumbs, typically eaten with roast chicken or turkey. It looks fucking rancid. It doesn't look nice.
Cold?
Anyone who eats that, you are wrong. You deserve the gallows.
Mate, what's that fucking thing from Call of Duty that they take 'em to? That bloody Russian
The
prison.
gulag.
The gulag. That's where you're going, mate. Why would you eat that cold? It's like
Oh,
it's like bread. It's like cold breadcrumbs rice pudding.
yeah, that. Oh, no. Imagine how gritty it'd be. No.
I was going to ask what would be something you'd banish from Christmas dinner, but to be honest, I think I've just discovered it.
No, I used to like parsnips, like as a kid. Like when I got older, I don't know why, but I just can't get back into them. Like we'd have honey roast parsnips. As I've gotten older, I don't know. It's one of those things like when you eat a fuck ton of them when you're a kid, and then you get older and you're like, "Ugh." Like do you know what crab sticks are? You used to eat a fuck ton of them. My brother can still eat them by the dozen, but I can't anymore. So we used to just fucking get tons of them and eat them. Like
Crab
same with
sticks.
parsnips.
Grim.
Are they the like proper Are they like crab meat crab sticks, or are they the crab
Yeah.
sticks that are not actually crab?
I mean, there's probably it's from Asda, so it's probably just processed
Oh yeah,
fish.
no, those are like not crab.
Yeah. But like, yeah, no, I'm getting the taste now as I'm talking about it. But yeah. And then honey roast parsnips and shit. I'd probably banish one of those too. Probably the crab sticks or yeah, more than anything, I'd probably banish. But yeah, anything. What about you guys before we move on to the last seg?
I don't know who's putting crab sticks on the Christmas dinner. That's wrong, apparently. But
I don't know. I could think of two foods that I used to like. Like I know honey roast parsnips or parsnips, whatever, but like probably would maybe try them again one day. But like crab sticks, I just wouldn't. I know it's not necessarily a Christmas thing, but again, it's just the only thing I could think of that I'd probably banish and not bother with again, other than honey roast parsnips. So it's either of those two, really.
I'd argue that parsnips are greater than carrots, personally.
Yes.
Thank you, Richard, for the validation on that one. To be honest, I wouldn't banish anything. The only thing I would banish, because I have seen somebody do this once and it almost made me gip, was putting beetroot on a fucking Christmas dinner. Now, that's wrong. I don't like beetroot as it is, but that's fucking vile.
Rich, what would you banish, if anything?
Bread sauce. I've just found out this is a thing that it shouldn't exist. When people say, right, that British food is shit, this is what they mean.
Yeah, no bland,
Raided the
no
world
substance.
for spices, and we refuse to use them.
Yeah, all bland, no substance. Very pale and yeah.
If an alien comes to Earth and they go, "What's your finest delicacy?" I'll just be like, "Here, mate, bread sauce. Now off you pop."
Fucking run. Oh, it's going to look like jizz as well.
Oh, why? Why did you have to add that bit?
Why? It looked like you'd spaffed on your Christmas dinner, which, to be fair, Christmas dinner is a spaff-worthy event.
And so with that, we move on to the final seg of the show. I thought of one thing, Travis thought of another. I thought, let's just read out some shitty Christmas cracker jokes. And then Travis thought, I know, let's turn it into Mock of the Week. So, I'm going to read out some shit Christmas cracker jokes. And Travis just decided to turn it into a British game show. Well, not a game show.
You can't say Mock the Week. It's copyrighted. It's Week the Mock. No,
Yeah,
it's called Mocking the 7 Days that happen annually 4 times in each month. That's the name of the game show.
Except for when it's not 4 times.
So basically, I came up with a little prompt for myself, and it was basically what you wouldn't expect in a Christmas cracker. So there's 3 of them. The first one is very simple. I'm going to have to read them because I wrote them 2 weeks ago. Right, okay, I've read them. So the first one goes like this. So I have to read the prompt every time. What you wouldn't expect in a Christmas cracker. You won't do it, so don't say it, you fat bastard.
Alright. Yeah,
Like New Year's resolutions, yeah. Maybe I should have added context there, but yeah. That sounded like an alien ray gun.
Listen, I'll have you know there's a video clip somewhere of me doing an excellent Palpatine impression that Brad made.
Don't make me try and find it so quick.
Oh, insert clip here.
Yeah, if I can find it, we'll quickly flash it up on screen. Now.
At last, the Jedi are no more. Not with anything to say about it.
I don't know any good Christmas jokes, not really. Go on, we'll go for bad Christmas jokes. Why did the snowman want a divorce?
I don't know. Why did the snowman want a divorce?
Good job, kids, because he was a total flake.
What do you call an old snowman?
What do you call an old snowman?
Water.
Oh, fuck's sake. Right, this one's longer, so I'll give it to you. What you wouldn't expect in your Christmas cracker. Life is like this cracker. You lose some, you win some. Ultimately, it's pointless and means nothing. Oh, and you pop from one tug, you chump.
I feel like we don't have access to the soundboard. There's an unfair advantage on reactions here.
Let's see, the feedback from that one is...
Breakfast!
Sometimes you can do that for breakfast, you can do that for supper. Depends how you want to do it, you dirty dogs. Now, moving on.
Every meal of the day. Did you hear about the dyslexic Satanist? This is relevant.
Oh,
He sold his soul to Santa.
he sold his
Beautiful.
soul to Santa because he's
I'm going to wait a
dyslexic.
minute. I'm going to wait a minute for it to click.
He sold his soul to Santa because
Think
he was
about the
dyslexic.
spelling.
Satanic.
Right.
Dyslexic. Are they spelt the same way, but differently?
Think about Satan and Santa.
Oh,
As we know, the best jokes are the ones you've got to thoroughly explain.
oh.
Oh no, gringe!
Why are mummies such big fans of Christmas?
Oh, I've heard this one before. Why are mummies such big fan of Christmas? Because something to do with daddies.
They get a bit of daddy time.
No.
Oh, because they get all wrapped up. Is it that?
Because they enjoy rapping.
Ah. See, mine was good though. All
Yeah.
mummies get wrapped up for Christmas. Scarf, hat, gloves, coat.
Think about the wrong mummies there, mate. Egyptian mummies.
That, yeah. And Bradley, I know that. Leather gimp suits. Depends what kind of mummy you're after.
Just very quickly, little random thing about mummies since they got brought up. There's not many left because the British ate most of them.
Well, no. If you unwrap a mummy, I'm sure that someone in the what's it called, the pyramid tomb would be saying something like this.
I said, whoever threw that paper, your mom's a hoe.
But is she a hoe or is she a ho-ho-ho?
What you wouldn't expect in a Christmas cracker. Merry Christmas! Remember when we were affordable? Hashtag cost of living sucks.
Cost of living Christmas crackers. It's a 50p voucher for your gas card.
I bet Egg Lady at least spends 30 quid on her Christmas crackers.
Egg Lady is definitely the type to spend way too much on Christmas crackers that are the exact same as the cheap ones. They just look nicer. Go on, we'll give it a go. Do you look like Jingle Bells? No, sorry, are you Jingle Bells?
Do you want to try that again?
Yeah, come on, we'll cut that. Is your name Jingle Bells?
Yeah.
Because you look ready to go all the way. Listen, it's about as funny as any show that uses a laugh track. Looking at you, friends.
Rest in peace, Matthew Perry, obviously.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Matthew Perry, a legend, but fuck Friends.
Go on, Bradley, give us your last Christmas crapper joke. Get it? Christmas crapper. Anyway, go on, carry on.
What's the difference between Batman and the Grinch?
What is the difference between Batman and
they both live in a cave and hang around children or some shit like that.
I mean, that's a similarity, isn't it?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Batman can go into Whoville without Robin.
Gee willikers, Batman!
Breakfast!
I was going to do a little cheer, but it's not working. Anyway, we'll skip past that.
Go on, I got one more. And if this ain't it, I give up. Are you the hall? Because I want to deck the hall.
I want to deck you.
We know.
Bradley's kettle has just boiled. La 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 la.
We are a professional production.
We'll wrap it up for the Christmas pod episode of Breaking Bread. As always, thank you to my lovely co-hosts, Richard and Travis. And thank you to everyone that's tuned in. Whether you watch on YouTube or listen on Spotify, it means the world to us. The past few months have been nothing but wonderful, and the support that we've had on the pod from family and friends and otherwise has been great. So yeah, thank you to all you wonderful people. We'll see you next week, in which we will have our first ever guest. Who is it? You'll have to find out.
I hope to those of you who are ending the year on a more somber note, I very much hope that this Christmas is a manageable one for you, and that, you know, don't feel guilty about not getting someone something, because ultimately your friendship hinges on that. They weren't your friend to begin with.
Have a great day. Have a Christmas sleigh. And when you've had your big fat meal, just have a big fat rest and lay. And just remember, the stuffing only goes up the turkey's arse.
I thought you wanted bread sauce.
We'll see you all in 2024. You better still be here because we will be. So take care of yourselves. Much love. Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year from myself, Brad, Travis, and Richard.